Hey guys, it's Heather with Creative Blooms, and you are watching video 1 in my two-part video series on image optimization. So this is such an important and often overlooked step when you are building and designing your website, is really optimizing your images. And what I mean by that is making sure that the file size is very small and loads quickly on your website. So have you ever been to a website and the page just takes forever to load? Well, there could be a million reasons why that's happening, but a lot of times I find that it's because there's a lot of images on the page and the file sizes are way too big. So in this video, I'm going to show you how I optimize my images before I stick them on my website. And I'm going to do that in Photoshop, but don't worry if you don't have Photoshop. You can do the same type of technique in PicMonkey or in another type of photo editing program. The important thing is just that you do this step and make sure that you're not putting images on your website that are too big. So let's take a look at this image right here that I've got open. If you look down here, you can see that this image is 3.80 megabytes. So that's way bigger than we need to add to our website. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open up my image in Photoshop. And the first thing that I like to do is just take a look at how big the image is. So under Image, Image Size, notice that this image is 5,760 pixels wide. So that's huge. It's way bigger than I need. We're not going to put that on our website because this image is going to slow our website way down. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to resize that. And let's just go with this nice round number. Now, you may have a custom size that you need and and you can resize it to that size. You can crop it down. You can do whatever you need. If you don't, I always suggest going just slightly bigger because it's always better to take an image from larger to smaller than it is to make it too small and then try to resize it to larger. So oftentimes that's going to make the quality look really bad, so you don't want to do that. I'm just going to make our view a little bit bigger. So there's our image, a little bit smaller, a little bit more manageable for our website. The second thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to save it for web. I'm not going to go up here and just save it or save it as. I'm going to actually save it for the web, which is going to give me a little bit more in the way of optimizing this image. So if I come down to Export and I go to Save for Web, it's going to take me to the Save for Web dialog box. So now I'm going to show you how I optimize my images before I place them on my website. What's really great about this is you've got these two panels. You can do 2 up and you can do 4 up. I typically just stick with the 2 up, and what that does is this shows me my original image up here in the top panel, and then my optimized version down here. Now the reason you want to have those two is because you can actually over optimize and make it look really terrible. So you want to make sure that you're looking at it before you're saving it. Okay, so the first thing that we want to do is we want to select how we want the file type to save as. And the choices here are going to be GIF, JPEG, and PNG. PNG 24, that's 24-bit color depth, so that's the one that you're going to want to go to when you save as a PNG. But my rule of thumb is when you're saving an image like this, you want to always save it as a JPEG. PNG is going to add more size to that file, and it's not going to be a quick loading image like we're wanting. So steer clear of PNG. PNGs are more for icons, anything with a transparent background, your logo, smaller images or things with transparency. Okay, so we selected JPEG, and now the next step to this is what compression quality are we going to select? Right now I've got this set to high, and this is actually going to give us a great size. If you'll notice down here, our file size has been reduced now to 59.41K. That's awesome. That is exactly what we want. The smaller, the better. If you'll remember, our original image was 3.80 megabytes, and this is bringing us down to around 60 kilobytes. So that's perfect. What I want to show you is how this works. I can change this to maximum, and what it's doing is at maximum it's going to save it at the best quality. But you can see that our image size now is 310.9K, so that's a lot bigger than we need. We really want to stay as low as we can go without compromising image quality. So I want to show you if we went too low what that would look like. If I select low compression, do you see how all of a sudden her face became really blurry and her features are not defined, and you can see a gradient in the background of the image? So we know that's way too low. Typically, I like to stick around a high quality unless you notice that it's just not enough for your image, and that may be the case. If you see the fuzziness or if you see changes in the image that don't look good, bring the quality up. But kind of start low or start in a medium area and then work your way up until you get it just where you want it. Remember, the lower the file size that you can get it down to, the faster it's going to load on your website, the better. So this looks really good to me. I'm going to save it, and I'm just going to rename the image to image 2. And that's it. We've optimized our image. So if we go and open up and take a look, our original image was 3.80 meg, and now our new image is 60.5K. So this is awesome. This is what we're going for. I hope this tutorial helped. Please let me know if there's any other tutorials that you're interested in. I'm always happy to help. Thanks so much for watching.